And we're back immediately after our last episode, or at least immediately for us. And we...
Yes, immediately. No time has passed at all, not even in microseconds.
Huh.
The smallest unit measure of time, none has passed.
Well, I mean, technically time is indivisible, so there is no technical smallest unit of time. But that's Nathan the dweeby physicist talking, not Nathan the, not Nathan the Doom player. Ooh, look at this. Oh, this is cool. Oh, and our UFO landed. That's so awesome.
I also got reminded of a time fact I learned that if you stop time, like you just couldn't see anything because the light would stop bouncing around or whatever.
Yeah. I just decided to turn fly on to see what the UFO looked like. That's awesome. Oh, that's so cool. Alright. I mean, I don't think it's as big as... Oh, yeah, it's definitely not as big as the last one, but still, cool effect. I like that. I'll turn fly off.
Those alien bastards are gonna pay for going into my Doom mod.
It really is interesting. I don't know if Mount Payne was kidding or not, but it really is interesting, like, in terms of just the basic plot. Ooh, a crystal. That's cool. How much
Can I mine it for diamonds like in Minecraft?
Heyo, did Minecraft copy Epic 2? Say
I think it did, guys.
Yeah. Say what you think down in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe if you think Minecraft copied Epic 2.
Yes.
Just kidding.
Nobody subscribes ever.
All of our 22 subscribers who are like, why hasn't there been a video in like multiple weeks? Which, sorry about that, by the way. I've had a lot of stuff going on.
We're gonna have the upload schedule of JonTron by this point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Disappears for like 10 years, uploads like a big batch of videos, disappears for 6 months, uploads another batch of videos, disappears for 25 years.
Basically.
With another batch of videos. Goes missing for 2 weeks and then uploads.
I remember seeing a meme a while ago where it was like, other YouTubers when their favorite YouTuber is gone for like a week. And it's like, oh my god, are they okay? And it's like, JonTron fans when JonTron hasn't been seen in 2 years. And they're like, I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure he's fine.
Oh, hello, Mr. Payne.
Well, I feel like he kind of got lucky because with how the algorithm works, he can't really stay off for long without falling into irrelevance, let's say.
Yeah, but I think
new people to come on.
Yeah, he got lucky to establish a fan base like before the algorithm got weird. Like, I feel like these days, I feel sorry for anyone who's trying to make a go of it just because, well, I guess we are, but we're not doing it for profit, so who cares? But
we're
like,
doing it for fun, we're not doing it for glory.
Doing it for fun and doing it for what?
We're doing it for fun, we're not doing it for glory.
Precisely. This is just an excuse to hang out with the leftists and complain about America and play some Doom at the same time. Also, look at
this point, I should exclusively just share this show on like leftist spaces and say, yeah, Doom is kind of on the back burner. We just talk about random stuff.
Hell yeah. Also, look at this. It's like a bone cave. This is awesome.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Shivers down your spine. Freaky souls will shock your soul and make you feel divine.
Halloween is probably like my favorite holiday ever, so.
It's pretty good. It's definitely like the height of like secular fun, I would say.
It's secular fun. It's kind of funny thinking about it. Most if not every holidays came out of like pagan stuff. Like
That's
Christmas, for example, is very weird.
Christmas is just Saturnalia.
Like Christianity, pagan stuff that Christians stole, and then just secular stuff. It's very weird.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, so much of Christian iconography and stuff that we enjoy about Christmas is just stuff from like Saturnalia, basically, and also like Celtic, like the bringing like a Christmas tree. That was actually, I want to say, a Gothic.
The Puritans warned us about this. The Puritans warned us about this. Look where we are now.
Huh.
Christmas comes out 2 months before it even happens.
Hey, I wonder what's gonna happen if I fall off this cliff. Let's find out. Whee! Ugh.
Dies.
That's really
Falls
cool.
into the abyss.
Hey, that's every day
Also,
of.
wasn't Halloween exposed for Celtic holiday? I also found a comment on the channel I watched. There's just like for like the hardcore kind of Christians who don't like Halloween, they do Harvest Fest, and then the commenter was like, "Boy, Harvest Fest is way more pagan than Halloween is."
Tell me about it. Yeah, yeah. My dad. So I love my parents, and full disclosure, we've talked about this. I'm a strong Christian. I have major issues with the church in the United States as it is. It's more of a corporate entity than it is a spiritual entity, but nonetheless, Christianity is important. Klaesick is, of course, an atheist, but we're both okay with that with each other.
Yeah.
But
I feel like I kind of had that kind of, edgy atheist phase from, like, I guess, I don't know, when I started to, like, around probably, like, I guess 2021, and I started around, it's like, complaining about this all stuff constantly, or like at least in my head, isn't good. I accept all beliefs now as long as it doesn't like hurt anybody.
Oh, sure, and I think anyone who tells you how you should live and whose ideology is more based on hate than acceptance is probably wrong from my perspective. But that's just my opinion.
I kind of have a weird comparison to it, like drugs mainly. So like you do drugs let's say you do drugs on the side, like, you drink alcohol, you smoke weed, you do cigarettes and stuff. I may not agree with it or like it, but I'm completely fine with it, and I'm not going to take anybody's rights away for that. But once you start affecting other people's lives, that's when I care.
Oh, yeah, totally. I was talking to my dad about this the other day because, like, one of my things is, like, I never want to have children, ever. That's, like, just really not something I want to do with my life. And, My dad has always been like, oh, you'll be such a great father, and I really sympathize with him. And I was like, I hear what you're saying, but I was always like, let me put it this way, it's like having kids to me is like as abhorrent as like dating a man. And I'm very straight. Nothing wrong with dating men. Nothing wrong with being gay, but it's just really not something I want to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's
so it's fine if other people do it.
Precisely. That's what I'm getting at. Yeah, exactly. But I just got to call attention. This is such a cool, like, the combat and routing in this WOD has so far been kind of questionable in certain parts, but look at this. This is so pretty.
It's not as rowdy as Rudy is, in my opinion, though.
Say what? What'd you say?
I said it's not as rowdy as Rudy is, in my opinion. Then I did like the knee slap,
Hey-o!
I'm getting into the dad joke phase, and I love it. Just like it's intentionally bad, but you do it anyway.
Oh, sure. There's an art to telling bad jokes intentionally, and
I thought of this joke where it's just like, that's a real knee slapper, and you like make a bad joke and just slap your knee.
Oh yeah, that's been around for a while.
I also make compulsory references to Among Us constantly, so
Among
we
Us.
all know that joke.
Among Us.
Dusty Baka.
Have you
Number
seen
15, Burger King foot lettuce.
Did you ever see the guy? You've definitely seen like the guy who's like, stop posting about Among Us. I'm tired of hearing about it. You've seen that, right?
Yes, I've also back in October when I was in Pagosa Springs. If you remember the stream, it was just like at the ending of the Banana Factory one. Like he went to Underhall and it just turned into that meme.
Oh yeah,
like
totally.
Audio and all.
But what I was gonna say is like, there's a video that takes clips from that, and it like V codes it or AI codes it to Donkey Kong country music. So it's like stop, stop, stop,
I think I've seen that before.
stop. It's man.
About Among Us.
We'll see. It's kind of brilliant, and I love it because like Donkey Kong Country has like some of the most amazing video game music ever, and we'll try to post that in the description when we post this, because it's.
You know, we probably could do Donkey Kong Country at some point on the channel.
Hey, that'd be great.
Ooh,
That's
DK.
So here's the thing, I love Donkey Kong Country's music. I'm not that much of a fan of the game itself, in truth, which will probably make some people very angry, but I think it's a little overrated, just in my opinion. Mario World and Mario 3 are far better.
I don't think I like the pre-rendered graphics as much.
Yeah, it's like trying to be 3D and it doesn't quite work.
I kind of like the Super Mario Brothers 3 or like All-Stars kind of style, you know? That's kind of my favorite. In the pixel art, at least, so.
I agree wholeheartedly. Have you played Yoshi's Island by any chance?
I have played through a bit of Yoshi's Island a few years ago. SNES Classic I borrowed from one of my uncles, so.
Oh, far out. The SNES Classic is actually what got me into video games in the first place. Have you ever told you about that?
No, I don't think you have.
Yeah, so.
I didn't know, like, your general journey was no video games until, like, November 2020.
Well,
and
so.
I was just, like, I think you mentioned Halo? Maybe that's Sandwich some time ago. But, and then you really got into it, like, 2021, so.
Well, so, that's partially true. When I was in graduate school, yeah, I think I've said this on the channel before, but like growing up, video games weren't a part of my vernacular. Wasn't a problem, really. I just really enjoyed reading books, and even to this day, I'll pretty much enjoy books to video games most of the time. I'm just gonna let these guys kill me and then reload. I'm actually reading a really good book recently. I could talk about that. But just on a whim in 2019 for my birthday, I got some birthday money, and I was like, I want to do something fun with this for myself. What should I do with it? And it was like $60 or something. And I was like, hey, there's this Super Nintendo Classic thing. That looks fun. I'll give this a whirl. I'm at the point where my parents can't make the argument that like it will like ruin my grades because I'm technically not even in school anymore. At least I wasn't taking classes at that point. Mm-hmm. And oh, hello. And sorry, hang on, I gotta focus on taking these guys out real quick. Oh god. Alright, I do enjoy fighting Archviles, but they can be absolute bastards.
Now I enjoy fighting Archviles, but this is just too far.
This is ridiculous. But yeah, so I bought a Super Nintendo Classic and played that for like the last year I was in graduate school, and it was kind of my it kind of was like part of my relaxation routine. It was just like I'd come home from work at the end of the day and spend 15 minutes playing Kirby's Dream Course or Star Fox or Super Mario World, and that's what kind of initially hooked me a little bit on video games. So I wouldn't have to say I really fell in love with it until I got into like Team Fortress 2 and other stuff when I was in graduate school. I'm sorry, when I was out of graduate school, forgive me. My postdoc and graduate school kind of bleeds together a little bit for me. They're quite similar. But
I can see that, yeah.
So I'm very, very intimately familiar with a handful of Super Nintendo games, which I love. And oh, Incubus, hi.
Hungry mom.
And Doom and Team Fortress 2, and that's about it in terms of video games.
Fair enough. I feel like any video game I'd recommend to you would probably be like Half-Life 2 or like Portal or something.
I actually did start playing Half-Life 2, and I've been slowly working my way through it for the past like 2 years. Like I'll play like 15 minutes every 2 months, so I am slowly working my way through it.
15 minutes can save you 15% or more on purchase. God damn it.
Heyo. Are you Geico now?
Yes, I am insurance now. Which means I am a cartoon villain.
Gotcha. You did always strike me as very amphibious, so far out.
Ribbit, ribbit.
Huh.
Hello, this is Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog here.
Okay, my favorite clip of Kermit ever, which I found back in middle school, and I just thought it was hilarious, was it was a clip of from actual Sesame Street back in like the 70s.
Yeah.
Where it's just like he yelled at Cookie Monster for like eating a smiley face he had, like a cardboard smiley face, and he just started getting unreasonably mad at him. And then the clip I saw specifically, they like censored it to say like to make it seem like Kermit said actual curse words, and it was like the funniest thing. Like it went from like I'm gonna tell your mommy to like I'm gonna bleep your mommy. Being like that.
In my humble,
thought that was so funny.
In my humble opinion, unnecessary censorship is like one of my favorite kinds of YouTube poop. I can remember when I was in high school, someone came out with something very similar. It was The Count, but censored. And it was like, you know that I am called the Count because I really love to fuck. and they like didn't bleep it out perfectly, so you heard the F and the CK. So it was like I fuck slowly, getting faster. It is so exciting, I can hardly even stop. I just love to fucking. That's why I'm called the Count. I'll see if I can find that and send it to you. It's pretty great.
Oh my god. A certified hood classic.
Tell me about it. That is actually funny you say that, because I remember there's an old Dave Chappelle bit, I want to say, where he talks about how the Count is a pimp, and he's like, you look at that guy, you look at how he dresses, you look at how he walks, that guy is 110% a pimp. I don't want to hear anyone saying he's not a pimp. He's like, bitch, where is my money? I told you last week to get me my money. I give you 1 slap, 2 slap,
Oh my god.
Not that I condone that at all, but I do think it is funny.
I don't condone violence, but I think it's funny when it's comedy.
Oh no, of course. Context is everything.
Yep.
And it's very rare that any kind of comedy will age well.
In 100 years, they'll be looking back to this and say, wow, were we really that gay back then?
It's interesting. I was actually listening to a commentary recently about exactly that, and how comedy is like, it's inherently of its time, and that's why so often old jokes will fall flat, because so much of comedy is like making reference to and commenting on contextualized pain that people can relate to, and frequently that's very like situational, and so what people will be able to relate to from one time period will be very different from what we can relate to. The one thing which transcends time, space, and culture are 2 things: fart jokes and dick jokes. If you go back to like Roman times or really any other like ancient period of time, you'll see like people drawing graffiti in like old scripts that say like Titus has a small peepee, or stuff like that, or Marcus Aurelius has enormous emissions coming from his arse or something. And so farts and dicks are the universal not time dependent language of comedy, apparently.
Interesting. I could see why, even if I don't like the fart joke that much. Just like that seems like the thing that would transcend time the most. Like if an alien civilization came to ruin Earth. The only evidence for us existing would be some graffiti about somebody having a small dick.
Aliens.
I've come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog. Have you seen that clip?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
The Eggman clip where he's like, Shadow the Hedgehog is a small dick.
No, I don't think I've seen that.
Dude, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Once we stop recording, I'll send you it.
Yeah,
it's a big in-joke with one of my friends. Oswald is just like, I'll come to make an announcement. Yeah.
No, well, I after we finish this episode, we'll watch that, or I'll watch that, and then we'll come back fresh. No, I'm always up for dick and fart jokes. Archvile! Fuck! And I'm always up for torching and making fun of Shadow the Hedgehog.
I have a term that hopefully will be coined by me. If it catches on, please credit. Just kidding. Is Shadow the Hedgehog syndrome, as I call it.
Okay. Elaborate.
Basically, like any edgy character that only exists for the sake of being edgy and dark, I call that Shadow the Hedgehog syndrome.
Oh, sure.
Or like, or it's, like characters like, again, Shadow, kind of Punisher, people who just kind of exist to be like, the edgy kind of OCs we read, if you remember George the Hedgehog, those types.
I beg your
usually
pardon.
refer to it as like
George the Hedgehog was the work of a true artist, my friend. How dare you insult my boy? How dare you?
He is the pinnacle. He is what all edgy characters aspire to be. You see, he was a progenitor, so he gets a pass.
Oh,
of, like
sure.
all edgy characters after him since like 1 billion BC. No, they can't compare it to George.
No way. George's
powers. George's power. George's fear.
George is the culmination of all true visionary Gothic art, in my opinion. There is no one that trumps George.
No. The great artists of the day, like Leonardo da Vinci and Socrates, they all take their darkness from George.
Tell me about it. It's like Socrates was sitting there in Greece. Yeah, you would think he was Grecian, and being like, "Oh, philosophy, but how can I ever compare to George the Hedgehog?" Sorry to any philosophy people, I don't know anything about philosophy. I barely remember Socrates from school.
Philosophy.
At least that's my philosophy.
Hey man, just philosophy, man.
Have you ever seen The Big Lebowski by any chance?
Yes, I have. A little bit ago, like I think a month or two ago, I saw it the first time.
What did you think of it?
Okay, I liked the movie, but it was a very kind of like trippy kind of experience watching it for the first time.
Yeah, it's definitely odd the first time you see it. Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies,
it's like
but
not that simple, man.
It's definitely
like
an odd movie. It's like one of my favorites, but it is like a wavelength movie, I feel like. Like you have to be like on its own wavelength to understand it, I guess. And
you have to be in the zone.
Yeah, and it's not for everyone, and that's okay. Okay, I already came here.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
I think what's appealing about it is just how the dude responds to like this crazy shit and these crazy characters like Jesus and other characters who are just nuts, and he's just tries to take it all in stride and is generally pretty chill about it, but he still like cares and so forth. So I don't know. I really, the character really resonates with me a lot. I like it a lot.
I like the quest to get a rug. It's the funniest thing ever.
Dude just wanted his rug back, man.
Yeah, man.
Once again, I will ask the
he
question.
Really bounces off the veteran character. I forget his name, but with the one with the sunglasses.
Oh yeah, Walter.
He's like super. Yeah, he's crazy. Like everything. Just like, well, just take it easy, man.
I'm perfectly calm, dude. Yeah, waving the fucking gun around. Calmer than you are. Would you take it easy? Calmer than you are. And he like pulls out the gun at the bowling rink, and he's like, "You're about to enter a world of pain, a world of pain, Smokey." No, it's a good film. Once again, I'm going to ask the question I've asked so many times, which is, where in God's name do I actually frickin' go here? I think I need to shoot all of these, maybe? I already pressed that. This is so confusing.
Well, true art is confusing or something.
You know me. I love a good puzzle map.
You know me. Yo, dude, I think George the Hedgehog would be the perfect protagonist for Mach 3.
Yeah.
Because he's such an artist, you know?
Where
Only true visionaries can understand Mach 3's brilliance.
Is this a yellow area?
Well, I think it's green, so it's definitely not. Sorry to any colorblind people in our audience.
No, I just... I need the yellow key, I think. Where the hell do I go? I guess I'll go here and see. Yes, yeah, I need a yellow key to activate that door. I've placed the red key there, or the red skull key, rather.
You must place the key.
I've been here, yeah. So it seems like it makes sense that the yellow key would be somewhere like here. But I don't see it.
Mummy Archvile. Doop
Yeah.
doop doop.
So where do I go?
Where are we going? I don't know. Where are we going? I don't know.
I wish someone would make... Oh wait, is this a thing? No, it's not. Bummer, man. What do I do? I will say, like, I really like...
It's just not that simple, man.
I really like the aesthetics of this WAD. That does something. I don't know what, though. I love the aesthetics of this WAD. It's really, really good, but it's too confusing most of the time.
I think I prefer Scythe 2's visually. They're Egyptian apps, personally, so... Not that this one is bad, but, you know.
Oh, sure. Well, what Scythe 2 also has going for it is digestibility. Like, even if the maps are a little on the hard side, they're not... they're not that long, and they're very easy to just like binge, if that makes any sense. So
binge playing.
All right, I'm gonna do something which I think is gonna lose us. Hang on, go back here. No. Over here? No. Shit.
If it really is that horrible, it's gonna turn into a Family Guy cutaway gag in like 10 years.
You think that's bad, Lois? Peanut.
This is just as bad as the time as when I watched Vibes Plane Overflow do that one thing.
Alright. Alright. I'm so sorry to everyone, but I'm very tired and my eyes hurt, so I'm gonna do IDKFA. Yes, I know. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
I'm sorry. I'm here to have fun, and I wasn't having fun. That's what Doom is about, right?
Okay, I do the exact same thing, so that's good.
After all, this channel is... I mean, apart from just two idiots hanging out together, enjoying each other. It's meant to be an advocacy piece for the easier way of playing Doom levels. Plus, now I've had...
And that means easily accessing cheats. You know the funniest thing about Doom to me? It's the only game where I like actively know like the cheat codes and stuff.
Oh yeah, totally. Like it's totally not.
I don't have to like try with like other games, and then just kind of give up doing that one glitch. I could just like put them in the console.
What the hell just happened to me? Something just killed me. But I didn't see anything. That was weird. Alright, we'll do that again. No, yeah, I'm the same way. It's like... I am not at all averse to cheating in Doom when necessary. I think it's in here? Yes.
What do you mean, man? UV or bust?
Fuck you.
Well, the only true way to play Doom is Nightmare, with 1% health on every map. Otherwise, you're not a pro gamer.
I hate to be that guy, but that to me is like saying the only way to play Doom is on DOSBox, man. Which...
Exactly, man.
I actually enjoy playing on DOSBox every now and then. That's the thing. Like, everyone needs to be in the Doom family. There should be no gatekeeping whatsoever.
No gatekeeping. I try to do the voice that, you know, like the Discord bot, people want to do that. It's like, guys, you're not allowed to violate the rules of our TOS.
Anyway, now let me make an argument for why the age of consent should be 10.
Okay. Now, anyways, I will make an argument for why the only true way to play Doom is on Nightmare with 1% health.
Yes.
With no super shotgun. That's cheating.
Precisely.
It's also technically the Reddit mods, too. Did you hear they went on strike? I feel like you would have heard of that.
No, really?
Yeah, basically they're changing the API on the mobile, and a bunch of servers went on strike. But the major servers run by like Reddit's like power like admins. They only went on strike for like 2 days and then went back to normal because they couldn't stand not being on Reddit for that long. And, like chickened out.
That's funny.
The other servers, there's still a bunch of other servers that are still on strike indefinitely until they change it. But like, you know, going back to those old servers, they gave like a set date. They would be on strike for 2 days, and it's just like, that's not gonna affect shit.
That's interesting.
Like, Reddit will be just like, oh well, we'll just wait until those 2 days are over, and we'll ignore what you said.
That's interesting. I did not know about that. That's fascinating. Reddit mods going on strike. That's interesting.
Reddit mods going on strike.
I mean,
it's not something I would have heard in a while.
It's like we're not.
Yeah, that's a story.
We're not. It's like we're not. Ooh, I flipped the switch.
This proves that we're living in the Matrix.
Yeah, well, it's like we're not striking against our bad labor laws or our crummy environmental policies. We're striking against Reddit changing its API. I hate to be snarky, but that's just very, very interesting to me.
Yeah. I mean, this is like a protest like hosted by Reddit mods. Like, I'm not surprised.
Oh, sure.
I know like there's probably a lot of Reddit mods out there who are probably normal people, but there's still that kind of, I guess, cabal of like neckbeards or whatever that run everything or like permanently online.
Yeah, totally. I wouldn't know anything about that because I don't have a Reddit account.
I have a Reddit account, but I just kind of use it to like look at like alternate history maps and stuff.
Nice.
And the occasional photos, so.
Okay. Hopefully that did something. And it did. Sometimes there's stopgaps for cheating in maps. And you have to be careful. Oh! Invul room.
Oh
Alright.
no, a cyber Emon. You must be careful.
You must be careful.
My favorite level in Mach 2, I think, is the McDonald's map.
I still need to play Mach 2. I have not played it yet.
I like the 26 map the best with McDonald's, and it's just like you go into this room full of corpses, and then the wall just says "Yummy."
Nice.
I remember. I think Mount Payne Sendo's quote unquote said quote unquote interesting social commentary about how the way we treat animals in the fast food industry. I know it was like a satire or whatever. I just thought that was funny.
I love the one where he like pretends to get choked up, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I just always get emotional at this one."
Yeah.
It's such a trollish episode.
It's just so beautiful.
Oh, okay, interesting. I'm not sure. Oh, I know what I need to do. Okay, I see your game.
More like Last Crusade, lol.
Lol. I like it when he's like, brain not working, and he's like, words not forming in brain anymore, or something like that.
Too much dumbness.
I think, you know, every time I'm playing a WoD, to this day, whenever I see a cyber Emon, my brain is always like, oh no, a cyber Emon. It's okay. I'm scared too.
Be careful.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Alright. Come here, boneheads. Taste my plasma schlong.
Taste my big fucking...
Step on up. What was it Civvy said in his Doom 2 review? Step on up, everyone, and get a taste of my big fucking gun!
Yeah. The review I'm most familiar with from his is actually the Duke Nukem one. Smash, I'm gonna get all medieval on your asses.
Nice. Okay, I've killed everyone. What happens now? Oh, you're still there. Hello. Alright, I guess that's the level, hopefully. Yes! Alright. Oh, I'm so hungry. I'm gonna cook some supper and... Ooh, 74 kills. Or 74% kills. I must have missed a lot. Whatever. I don't care. I'll go cook some supper and we'll come back fresh.
Yep.
So we will see you guys later.
Ciao.
Bye.